Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making some last minute Easter crafts. I've got a few things lined up here. We're going to be making a banner and I'll be making some things for my daughters to put in their Easter baskets. So first up, I am going to be making an Easter banner. Now I designed this completely myself in Cricut Design Space. I've already gone ahead and cut out the letters. I'm going to quickly show you how I did that in Cricut Design Space. So when I loaded up my Cricut Design Space, I selected the text option and I'm using the font called Valentica. I will link this in the description down below with all the other fonts for all the other projects as well. So be sure to check that out. Now after I put in my text, I resized it, so I just was looking to do letters that were about 3 inches wide. I was looking at the H mostly to make that 3 inches wide. Then I ungrouped all the layers so you can actually start modifying each letter. And then I added a small circle. It is 0.2 on the setting for the size. And I added 2 of them to each letter. And then I sliced out the circles from each letter, which gave me the 2 circles that my string is going to go through. And then I went ahead and did that for every single letter. Once I was happy with how everything looked, I went ahead and I changed the colors. And then I just cut everything out. So here I am. They were rearranged by the color mats they were cut out on, so I've got to rearrange these to I gotta put these in order. There we go, I've got the happy. Looking pretty good. And I'm just using some ribbon here. Measure that out. Next up, I found these really cute baskets at my local dollar store. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to head out to Dollar Tree, so I went to Dollarama here in Canada. These ones were $5 and they're quite big, so I was really happy with that. And I already had a cute little bunny on it, which I was debating on putting the name over the bunny, but I think I like having the bunny there. So I'm actually going to be putting the name on the back of these baskets. And I've gone ahead already and cut out my HTV for these baskets. So for this one, I am using the font called Hello Valentica. And this I made 7 inches wide, so if you do manage to find the same baskets and are using that, I made these 7 inches wide. I thought that it was a good size for this font. So you just need to remember that when you're making these in Cricut Design Space that you need to weld the letters and before you cut it out, because otherwise it'll cut each letter individually and we don't want that. We want this as one long name. I've got my Easy Press Mini here. I'm going to heat that up. Alright, so I am doing this again. As you can see, I kind of messed up the first time around. It's been a while since I used HTV, so I forgot to start at a lower setting. So what had happened was my text actually completely fused with the plastic. I've had to cut this out again, and we are going to try this again. Just gonna lay this over top of what I had before there. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna start on the one side. I'm starting at a lower setting now, and I'm not going to linger too long. while I'm letting that cool, I'm gonna move on to my next one, which are these cute little bunnies that I found at Michael's. And what I really wanted to do was, instead of putting my daughter's name on each bunny to indicate who gets which one, I wanted to give them little names, kind of like those TY Beanie Babies that we used to have growing up. And I was debating on putting it on his tummy or on the ear, but I was inspired by the TY Beanie Babies, so I decided that I would put it on the ear, even though he's not going to have a tag anymore. So for this white one here, I'm gonna give him the name Snowball. And this is just white HTV. This one is about 2.7 inches wide for this particular bunny. And I'm using the font called Palace. So let's get that on his little ear. Alright, and we'll let that cool as well. And I've got a few other bunnies here. This one I'm going to give the name Flopsy. I've got one last one. And I'm mostly doing this because when my kids were selecting the bunnies at the store, at first my younger daughter wanted the gray one, but then once my older daughter wanted the white one, guess what happened? My younger daughter also wanted the white one. So this gives them a few options so they won't fight over at the white bunnies. Alright, awesome. I'll let that cool off as well. And then the final project I have for today, I found these cool color changing print with cold liquid water bottles. This is at my local Dollarama, and this was $1.75. And I thought they were really cool. There's also a pink and a purple one. So I've cut out holographic vinyl, and this is the font Charlinda, and this is 4 inches wide. I thought this would go very nice on the bottles here, and I noticed there's actually a gap, which is I think where the pattern started and ended, so there's a little bit of a gap there, and that's where I'm planning on dropping their names on that. Let's get these stickers off and get the names on. Awesome. All right, so we've got our Easter banner. We've got our personalized water bottle with color changing print. We've got our cute little bunny that's been given a name. And we've got our Easter basket that I personalized. My kids are going to love this. I can't wait to show them on Easter this coming weekend. And yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye!